Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time watching, welcome. I am Angela. I am a full-time voiceover artist and audiobook narrator, and this channel is dedicated to those of you that are just getting started out, and I share with you some of the techniques and tips and tricks that I use every day. So what I wanted to discuss today in today's video is I realized that I've been neglecting another great source of another website that I use. That's another great source of income. I've been talking a lot about Fiverr, a lot about ACX, but I haven't touched on Upwork a whole lot. So today I wanted to touch on a few things that I wanted to show you if you're just getting started in Upwork, in the hopes that I can help you kind of get a jump start into using this platform. So let's take a look at my profile right now. Okay, so this is my dashboard for Upwork, and I've been on Upwork for about 3 years. Just about 3 years now. And Fiverr is really a big source of income for me, but Upwork I cannot not touch on Upwork. Upwork has been great. Most of the work that I find on Upwork is audiobooks, actually. And what you're going to see on your dashboard is work that's relevant to what your profile says that you offer. For example, when you sign up for Upwork, you select a category in the type of skill set that you have. So your dashboard is going to show you the best matches and the most recent jobs that are related to your particular profile. But if you wanted to search for something specific in Upwork, you would come up to this search bar, or you could go to advanced search. You know what? Let's do advanced search so you see what I mean. So we're going to click on advanced search. And as you can see, you have the option to select all of these words, any of these words, the exact phrase, exclude these words, title search, and a skill search. So what I'm going to do is just go to all of these words. Or actually, you know what? Let's just do any of these words. And let's type in audiobook. And then let's also do audio space book and hit search. Now, because I'm not only an audiobook narrator, I also offer editing services and formatting services for other people that narrate their own books, like an author who wanted to narrate their own book, but don't know quite how to edit or format it for Audible. I offer those services as well. So even with audiobook or audio or book, I might come across some of those jobs where the author is looking for someone to format and edit their book for them. So let's go through these and see what we find. So we have book editor needed to edit my first book. I don't want to edit an actual manuscript. I want to edit or format an audiobook. So let's keep looking. We have RV rental online business manager, professional video editor, title graphics, beta recording, a ghostwriter, document business processes, seeking QuickBooks Online. So by using the word book and audio, I think I might have shot myself in the foot. So what I'm going to do is go back to my advanced search and just use audiobook, all one word, and see what we get. Here we go. Audiobook voiceover, ghostwriter for an ebook audiobook, need podcast intro, male narrator for audiobook, home recording of voice and singing demo, voice talent to help create an audiobook, create audiobook, podcast, narrator needed for audiobook, female narrator. So there's quite a few audiobook projects that are available right now. So what I'm going to do is look through some of these, and based on my criteria, we're going to select one to submit a proposal for. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top and take a look at this audiobook voiceover. Now, the first things I'm going to look at each potential job listing is if their payment method is verified, meaning the way that they are going to pay me has been verified to be accurate and correct. It looks like this person has already spent over $300 on this platform, so that's also good. That means that they are active, they're spending money, And of course, their payment method being verified has already been paid out to someone else. So all these factors make me feel a little bit better about reaching out to this person to submit a proposal. Now, you do what you want, but this is what I do. I want to make sure that if I reach out to this person and submit a bid, that they are able to pay me for my time and services, which of course is the whole point of becoming a voice actor and audiobook narrator, is to be paid for your services. And that this person is active on the platform, meaning they have already gone through a job offer and it has been completed. So they're more familiar with how things work here on Upwork. So that makes me feel a little bit better as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the title and we're going to take a closer look. Okay, so it looks like this person has 2 audiobooks that they need recorded. So book 1 is 90,000 words and book 2 is 132,000. This book may also have medical word supplements that will need to be pronounced properly, looking for a clear, trustworthy, informative voice. And they're looking for an expert. They're looking for a project length of 1 to 3 months and less than 30 hours a week. Now, I've had this particular question asked of me quite a bit, is that Upwork, with all of the leaps and bounds that they have made in recent years, they're still not voiceover friendly. And I say that because most voiceover jobs are based on word count, price per word, that sort of thing, not so much time. So whenever you submit a proposal on Upwork, it's one of 2 ways. It is either based on the project as a whole, based on their word count, or it's at an hourly rate. And that is what the less than 30 hours a week is based upon, is an hourly rate. They are approving for you to work up to 30 hours a week on this job using your hourly rate. However, as voice artists and audiobook narrators, we aren't paid per hour. We are paid per word, right? Or for audiobooks, per finished hour, which is completely different pricing. We don't use per hour, like a 9 to 5 job where you're paid per hour. So that is what this means, less than 30 hours a week. It doesn't really apply, and I don't really look at that when I'm looking for jobs for voiceover on Upwork. I'm looking at the rest of the job. What is the word count of the book? What are the genres? Are they something that I want to narrate? Is it something that I can dedicate my time to right now based on my current workload? So what I do look at, though, is what level of expertise you have, whether you're beginning, intermediate, or expert. And I don't discourage people who are just starting out to not apply for the intermediate or expert jobs. I encourage you to give it a try. You are not limited as a beginner to only beginner jobs. I would encourage you, if it's something that you want to do and you find a job that they're looking for an intermediate level artist, I would encourage you to still submit your proposal. Don't limit yourself to whatever category you put yourself into in terms of expertise level. Okay, done with the side notes. Let's continue on. All right, so over here on the right, we see that this job requires 6 connects to apply. I currently have 280 to use to apply to jobs. And connects are like bid tokens, more or less. As a standard member of Upwork on the free level, you get a certain number of connects to start out with to submit proposals. And after you run out, you have to buy each token or connect on a per basis. So each connect would cost you like 15 cents per connect. But if you go with I'm not sure what it's called, I think Pro, it's where you have to pay the $14, $15 a month to get new connects each month automatically put into your account. There are some other benefits too, but that's what I have. So that is why I have 280 connects to spend at the moment. So if I wanted to submit a proposal to this job, it would cost me 6 of those 280 connects. Scrolling down a little bit about the client. So their payment method is verified. And as we said before, they have spent some money here on the site. However, it looks like they have not been rated. Why that is, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like they've been here on this site for over a year. They have one hire, one active job. I don't know if it's because the lack of a rating. I don't know if that is because something went wrong and the freelancer just felt like they didn't want to rate them. You know, the old saying, this comes into my mind, the old saying, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all, is usually the first thing that pops into my head when I see this. However, that may not be the case. That may be that the freelancer just didn't take the time to leave them a review. There's no real way of knowing. So, I mean, it always helps to see what kind of a client that this is that you're potentially going to work with. But the fact that they don't have any reviews doesn't really mean anything negative, if that makes sense. So scrolling down, it looks like they are in the United States. They are a few hours ahead of me. So they should be online should I have any questions. As we talked about before, they've spent $300 plus total already. And it looks like these are the questions that I'm going to have to answer when I submit a proposal. And these questions are, can you please provide reading examples and describe your recent experience with similar projects? These are the skills and expertise they are looking for. And these are the tags that pull this particular job listing into your recent searches or your best match searches. So in theory, I should have this particular job in my best matches if I go back to my dashboard, which I'll show you in just a moment. We can see the current activity on this job. So there are currently between 20 and 50 proposals already submitted on this job. So my chances of being seen are pretty slim. However, this job was actually reviewed by the client 4 days ago. So with the up to 50 proposals that have already been submitted to this job, this client has not even looked at this job for 4 days. So, and the fact that they have no one that they're interviewing, they have not sent any invites to interview for this job, and no unanswered invites, obviously, because I didn't send any invites. It looks like, not only does it look like they haven't chosen anyone to interview, but it looks to me like they haven't looked at this job at all since they had listed it. Let's see, how long ago did they list this job? So this job was posted 14 days ago, and they haven't looked at it in 4 days. But I'm not quite sure if they have anybody selected yet. So if you would really want to apply to this job, you still could. However, there being so many proposals already sent, you may not even be looked at with as just the sheer volume of people who have already submitted proposals to this job. But also with my membership level with Upwork, I also can see the bid range for this particular job. So this gives me an idea of how much my bid should be. However, for the word counts of these particular books, for 2 books, this is quite a few words. So I'm not sure if these bids are for the hour. They have to be for the hour. These have to be hourly bids because that is quite a few words. So this would be quite a large project dollar amount for 200, just a rough, 220,000 words. It's quite a bit. But at least this bid range gives me an idea what other people are submitting. But as of right now, with all of the information I have gleaned from this job posting, I am going to move on to the next one because with my current workload, I cannot take on 2 books that equal about 220,000 words at this particular moment. Plus, there are so many proposals. I don't know if my bid will be even seen. And I really don't want to spend 6 connects to maybe not be seen. Does that make sense? So I'm going to move on and see what else we find. All right, the next one we're going to look at is this one down here, female narrator for audiobook, 43,000 words. That is something I can probably apply for because it's a little bit of a smaller book that I can probably squeeze in at this time. So let's go ahead and take a look at this really quick. Okay, so this job was posted 7 days ago. They're looking for a female middle-aged narrator for a Christian audiobook. The author is looking for a narrator who's practicing Christian and understands Christian's terms and theology. I myself have narrated quite a few religious books of all different types, so I am no stranger to terms and theology. So let's take a look at the rest of this. Okay, so overall tone should be inspirational, motivational, and the pace conversational. All things that I can do. So for serious consideration, please provide a sample of Chapter 1 attached to this job description. Okay, just briefly looking at the rest here, we got 5 to 10 proposals. This client is, their payment method is verified. They have 5 stars. They've spent $3,000 so far. So this is definitely one I want to take a closer look at. So let's go ahead and look. All right, so it looks like instead of the hourly rate like the first one had, they have actually a fixed price. So this is their budget. This is their proposed budget for this book. So, and they're also looking for an intermediate experience level. I am currently listed as an expert on Upwork. So intermediate is something I would still apply for. Let's see. What kind of questions are they asking for? Do you have a studio with a whisper, quiet room? Do you understand the basic tenets of Christianity? Why did you apply for this particular job? These are all pretty straightforward questions that I would easily be able to answer. Their accents, English American, female, energetic, middle-aged. So the preferred qualifications are just their preferred qualifications. These won't exclude me from being able to submit a proposal for this job. Rising talent. I'm not a rising talent because I'm kind of an old hand on Upwork now. I've been on the platform for about 3 years now, so I'm not a rising talent. But that won't stop me from my ability to submit a proposal for this job. Currently, as we said before, there are 5 to 10 proposals. They have last viewed this listing 3 hours ago, so that's good. They're active on it. They're actually interviewing 4 different people at the moment. So that's a good nearly half of the people who had submitted proposals already. So they're moving pretty quick on this job. So we can also see with my membership level, I can see a bid range of what people are sending. And it looks like everybody is submitting their proposals at the client's budget. And scrolling down, it looks like they hire quite a few narrators for quite a few different books. So this is definitely not their first rodeo. They know what they're doing, and it looks like that this could be potentially a very good long-term client. So this is definitely one that I would submit a proposal to. It looks like we need 4 connects to submit a proposal for this. So I think I will submit a proposal to this one, but for now I'm going to save this job. And we're going to move on. So coming back to the dashboard, what I had mentioned before about best matches with those keywords that were in the job listings, those are what will pull that job into your best matches bucket. So let's click on that and take a look. And these best matches, again, are going to, using the keywords from your profile and the keywords from the job listing, should pull those related jobs into your best matches. So when you log into your profile and you go to your dashboard, if you go into best matches, those should be all the jobs that are relevant to your profile. Right above it, my feed would be the tags that you select that you want to see in your feed. If you are US based, you can select US only. If you don't want to work with clients outside of the US, you can select US only for the jobs that are only in the US. And then down at the bottom, you have most recent. So these are also your best matches that are the most recently posted. So these are the jobs that you should probably check out first as soon as you log in and open up your dashboard. Come right to your most recent, go through those and see if any of those are applicable. And then I would go through best matches and then do a keyword search after that to continue to dig a little bit deeper. I don't personally limit myself to US-based clients. I work with clients all over the globe. So I would not use US only. I'd like to work with everybody. But the goal on Upwork is to make your profile compelling enough and fill it out completely with your portfolio and your description and everything that you can think of. Completely fill out your profile. So, because your goal is to get clients to come to you. That way, when they ask you to or invite you to interview for a job, it doesn't cost you any connects at all. The only time you spend connects is when you're searching for a job and you submit a bid to it. But if the client contacts you to interview for that job, it costs you no connects. So that is the goal, is to make your profile so bright and shiny that all the clients come to you and ask you to apply instead of searching for the job for yourself. I hope that helps you navigate around Upwork and help you find some relevant jobs for voiceover or for audiobook narration or for whatever other skill set that you have and you want to find a job for. I hope this helps you feel a little bit more confident about finding work on Upwork. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I really appreciate it. If you'd like more information about me, my work, or how I can help you get started in voiceover, then come over to my website at voiceoverangela.com. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.